Episode 66 hourly podcast. I'm on after the duo Eds alongside my co-host, my brother in Ethan. Yeah, man, brother, a lot's happened since we last recorded. Bloody transfer season's almost done. Premier League started, a lot of moving parts. NFL preseasons happened. Yeah, man. You said other than coursework and stuff, like what's been happening? So you not taking any more trips, bro?
No more trips now. We're saving hard now. Yeah, we're saving
You said
hard
that
to
last
try.
time, brother. Then you
I
ended up
know,
going
I know.
Portugal and then
I did say that last time, but this is it now. We need to save hard and try and buy somewhere
fairs.
in the next year, hopefully. Anyway.
I think yeah, man, after the studies, I'm just trying to just go wherever. I've just been Googling where's hot in November. And I
Yeah,
think they've said the Canary Islands is pretty hot.
yeah.
So I might try to go there. Maybe
Actually, I tell a lie. I am going away.
well, where you going? Where you going?
I'm going to Split with my brother and sister
Oh,
in
nice.
October. But yeah, that was planned in, and we'll have enough money for that. So
But
after that trip,
I've
I'm not
heard
doing it.
Croatia's got really expensive now.
Yeah, I've heard as well. I think since 2 years ago, where I think during
Pandemic.
lockdown, yeah, the
Yeah.
pandemic, it just got skyrocketed a bit,
Because it was
and
open, innit?
a lot
It
of
was
people,
open to the public,
yeah,
innit?
yeah, it
Yeah.
was open during lockdown. So yeah, I think a lot of people do like Croatia, and yeah, it is costly, but yeah, we're only going for 4 days, so hopefully we don't spend too much
See,
money.
because obviously I've got a couple friends that are Albanian or whatever, yeah. And I was saying to them like, yo, like a lot of Albania's popping up on my TikTok. A lot of Albania. I used to date a girl from Montenegro, so I've always wanted to go there. Like these countries, a lot of popping up on my TikTok. Like a lot of travel experts are saying these are the new hotspots, as well as because Croatia's getting priced
Yeah,
out of people's price range, and obviously those countries are right next to a lot of the Balkan countries, but
yeah,
a lot of the locals are not liking it because it's saying that the is raising the prices. But I was like, but same way is bringing money to your economy in the summertime. And to be
yeah,
fair, I feel like these countries they get a bad other than Croatia, the other two get a bad rep from the West because they say
yeah,
it's like all race and stuff. But all the videos I've seen of people going there said, brother's lovely, and it looks
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And you got to think it's right next to Italy, it's right next to Greece. Like,
Mm.
how bad can it really be? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, nah, man. All the best to you lots. Hopefully, I go. All right, cool. Let's start Premier League. Let's start with Premier League. Do you want to start with yesterday's games or do you want to start with score predictions for today?
Let's start with yesterday's game. Yeah,
All right, cool. You know what? Before yesterday's game, start Friday's game. Burnley, Man City. Was it 3-1, 4-1? Was it?
3 nil. Yeah,
Oh
three
yeah,
nil.
3-0, 3-0. Yeah, Haaland scored two, and then who scored the third?
Rodri
Yeah,
scored
Rodri. This guy's
as well.
if he adds goals to his game, is he the best
But
midfielder in the world? You
yeah,
reckon?
to be fair, at this moment in time, I don't see anyone close to him. That game against Burnley showed everything. Like he was popping up with assists,
Yeah,
just his passing range as well,
yeah.
and then to score a goal just capped it off. Really, he is a top player.
Top five in the world right now, isn't it?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
all
definitely.
midfield positions, not just DM, all midfield positions, I
Yeah,
would say. But that Norwegian guy again going off for two in the opening game. Like in terms of like Man City, they've won it already and again, in it. That's what everyone's saying.
yeah. We'll probably speak on our predictions later on, but yeah, no,
Yeah,
I have them there. I don't think anyone really is close to them at
yeah.
this moment in time.
And what did you make of the game? What did you make of Burnley? What did you make of City as a whole? And yeah, generally an analysis of the game. I like that it was at Turf Moor.
Yeah, to be fair, I've only watched the highlights. I didn't get to watch it because I was out
Yeah,
on Friday. But yeah, from highlights, City just looked like they were themselves. I know it's the first game of the season, so a few tired legs out there. Obviously, De Bruyne got an injury, which isn't
yeah,
great news for them. But yeah, Haaland's popping up with 2 goals as you expect at this point
yeah.
in
Like six
his
touches in the
Premier
game.
League. 6 touches, that's it. And we saw at half time Pep go off on him. Which I don't know if I liked it. I
Yeah,
feel like he should have left it until he got into the dressing room and I had to go at him there.
yeah.
But yeah, Haaland got his goal in the first half, so I don't understand why he
Nice
is
goal as
is
well.
on there.
Nice goal
Yeah, it
as
was a
well.
brilliant finish. But yeah, no, City are themselves. Burnley, I watched the Burnley documentary
I haven't watched it
on
yet. Is it
Friday.
good?
very good. Vincent Company comes off really well on that. Like
Well, he's a
he's
leader of
actually
men, isn't it?
really really intelligent, a really intelligent guy. He
Yeah,
knows what he's talking about.
yeah.
Even the business side of stuff, like he seems so
What with
attuned
transfers and
to it.
stuff,
Like
yeah?
yeah, with transfers and just his project altogether, like he seems very, he knows his stuff. So
Yeah.
um, I think Burnley will have a good season. I think maybe 10th, 11th. I think they'll be all
Really?
right. Yeah, I actually think they'll be all right. The signings that they've made as well, like the Sanderberg signing was a very good signing. We've
Yeah, I
obviously
like
seen him
him.
at Sheffield United.
I like him.
But yeah, no, they've got young prospects that can do it. So I think Burnley will be up there.
Really? You said 10th, 11th? That's a
Yeah,
big call.
yeah. And if you watch them last season, just their style of play and how they were just popping stuff around, and they went on a winning streak like for a long time in
Yeah,
the championship, and it's difficult in the championship to keep that
it is, it is.
intensity. So yeah, I think Burnley will be up there.
Yeah, it is as well. Yeah, man, and they said it's a shame that KDB went down. Is he injury plagued now? Is he injury prone now? Do you think? Because it's a current thing now, isn't it, with his hammy? And like I said, I've had hammy. Obviously, I'm not a pro footballer. Before people say, "What's this guy talking about?" But I've had occurring hamstring injuries. Like when we started the pod, and the year before, like for like 2 years straight, I just felt like my hammies were just on thin ice. So even now, obviously, I go gym. When I train legs, when it comes to the hamstrings, I can't even like push as hard as I really want to because I'm always got that fear of like when I feel it like tender, I just say, nah, that's it. I'm done for the
Yeah,
day. And you always hear when footballers or like athletes in general talk about when they start doing rehab again, even if the doctor says they're physically fine, it's the mental part that they
yeah,
have to get over. And I slightly think the mental can play a factor in you actually getting better as well, because it's just so it's mind over matter is a real thing. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, it's just a shame that he's injured again. But it kind of makes me think, surely the doctor should have known he's got a chance of doing it here. Wouldn't you have rather have held him off for like until what, December? Because they're not gonna struggle with him. Obviously, he's the best player on the team.
yeah,
But they've got guys that can do that for like they just got Kovacic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Phil Foden. That they've got guys that can fill that role essentially. Like obviously not to the caliber of him, but they can do the job. But if you was Pep, obviously like hindsight's 2020, but wouldn't you have rather just waited? Like Burnley first game of the season, he doesn't have to play in it.
yeah. No, that's it. I don't think they needed to force him. If they knew, if the medics knew that that he had a hamstring
Yeah,
issue, you'd hold off on that, obviously. So, yeah, no, he does seem like he is injury plagued now. We
yeah,
saw it in the Champions League final as well. So, I really don't know. I really don't know with De Bruyne. To be fair, at this moment, all these City players, I think they can't do any wrong at this moment in time. To be fair, they can either get transferred somewhere else or just have it. To be fair, they don't actually have to push that much anymore. I feel
they
like
don't.
the title's theirs. Like
They don't.
it's actually done.
Good strikers, good wingers,
Yeah,
good midfield. They've got such a good squad to the fact that they're letting youngsters go that are Premier League caliber youngsters, like the Forbes. They let him go to
yeah,
Ajax, and
yeah,
he was meant to go to West Ham, but he said, "Nah, Ajax coming for me. I'm going to play Champions League football."
yeah,
I've not watched like the PO2 a lot. I've just seen highlights of him. He looks like a baller. He
yeah,
looks like a baller.
yeah,
And they've got the sporting director that was previously at Arsenal when we first did the regime
yeah.
change. And if he's brought him, it just lets me know that he's gonna be doing good things. All right, cool. Next game. Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 1. I'll go first. First half phenomenal, second half shaky. My one critique about Arteta, and again, I'm this season I said it in the off season as well. I said it. I'm not gonna harshly criticize these guys too much. Like they've got my full faith. Him, Adu, Vinay, Josh Kroenke. I'm all in. I'm all in, and I'm not gonna badmouth these guys because they've shown that they've written their wrongs. They've righted their
Yeah.
wrongs. Sorry. The one critique I have of Arteta is he doesn't sub guys early enough. It jars me. Now the goal that they got. Now granted, Partey was out of position. Um, and that's kind of the thing. Like, I think Michael Richards said it on Match of the Day yesterday. They're overloading in the midfield because obviously he's starting right back, then he moves into midfield. But Saka was the closest guy to Alanga. Saka's been playing all game. The guy's gassed. He's tired. Do you know what I mean? Like, bring
Yeah.
on someone else. Like, I don't know if Reece Nelson. I don't know, someone, man. You know what I mean? Just a youngster who's got fresh legs. Because Alanga, he's rapid. And then and their striker, I forgot his name. 15 goals this year, do you reckon? Because he's actually been doing his job. Like last season, he got like 5 goals in a row towards the end of the season. I kind of think, I don't really have them going down. I think they're gonna stay up, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, they did their business really last season, and they got how many 20 odd players last season. So no, they've got a Premier League standard team now. I think a lot of them know what to expect now. I think it's actually not a bad result. 2-1 at Arsenal, who were really
opening day.
Yeah, opening day, who were really good in that first half as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, Brennan Johnson had that chance in the first half that he should have took.
I've been a bit disappointed in Brennan Johnson. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I have.
a bit. But we'll see. It's his first day of the season.
Yeah,
a bit rusty. But yeah, no, Arsenal were impressive to me. I even sent you that text when it was 2-0 up. I was like, Arsenal look actually really decent. But we'll see. I think they're the closest team that can challenge City at this moment in time. I don't reckon anyone else thereabouts can do that.
Nketiah again, he scored. And like people think I don't like. It's not that I don't like Nketiah. It's just that his style of play is not what I would prefer. But if he's scoring goals, all best to him. Saka is now becoming like the Black Argent Robin, bro. Because when he cuts in on the left, you know what time it is. When he cuts in, it's getting to that point because he's physical now. Like guys are taking him, he's holding his own up, and that finesse is like R1 circle, mate. It's a wrap as curtains against his old goalkeeper as well. Like, man. I think Saka. I've got Saka this year. I want to say 20 goals, all comps.
Yeah, I still struggle making anything of this deal at this moment in time. I know stats do show itself that Raya was amazing last season, and his distribution, and that's what Arteta wants to play is from the back.
Yeah.
Ramsdale has obviously had some shaky moments. We saw against Southampton last season where he had a few shaky moments. So no, it's worth having Raya in the team. I don't know whether he starts from the get go, but we saw with Ramsdale. Ramsdale took 2-3 games, and then he was in the team. So you never know. Raya could be one of your top players next season, this season. I mean, so we'll have to see. But I do like him as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, I like him.
It's quite a lot of money though.
It is a lot of money. But money in football now is crazy, isn't it? So
I know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. All right, cool. Let's talk about. You want to talk about West Ham Bournemouth? I kind of enjoyed this game. I watched the highlights. Yeah. Jarrod Bowen again. He scored.
He's like Robin as well.
Bruv, this guy, he's doing his thing. Like, if you're him, are you saying to your agent, you got to try get me to a bigger club, or do you think he's content being the big fish, small pond?
Yeah, I think he's content there. He's a fan's favorite.
Mrs. is from Essex, isn't it?
Has that song about?
Yeah.
So no, I think he's content there at the moment. I think the only sort of teams that could jump out to him are probably London clubs, so the likes of Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea.
I see Spurs going in, but I don't know if West Ham would do the business with Spurs.
No, I don't think he would be that stupid to do that because obviously West Ham and Spurs are quite big rivals. So we'll have to see. But no, he's a top player, and I think he deserves to play at a top team. But it's down to him. I think he is at this moment in time quite content at West Ham.
And your former player Dominic Solanke got a little nice goal at the end. Like I really want him to like push on now. Do you know what I mean? And really do it.
That's what they said. They said West Ham are interested in him.
So, what, in Solanke? Are they?
Yeah, in Solanke. So whether that's the next push that he needs.
How much?
I don't know, but I think they said 20 million at the moment.
Oh, that's all right.
It's not a bad fee, but I believe Bournemouth paid that amount anyway.
you
I
remember
think it
when
was like
you lot sold him to Liverpool for like 20 million? This guy's gone for like
yeah,
20, 20, 20 every time, bro.
yeah. He probably got a high. Yeah, it probably works out about 60 or
Yeah,
70 million that he's worth at this
in
moment in
total,
time.
isn't
So
it?
I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, no, he is a good player. I think I don't know, but he definitely has potential still.
Yeah.
But whether West Ham is that next move for him, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, cool. Arguably, other than Arsenal, my favorite team in the league right now, Brighton 4, Luton 1. Marsh scored a goal. Uh, I don't even know who JP. I don't know who that JP. Oh, penalty. Oh, Pereira.
Yeah,
Pereira
Xiao,
scored a penalty. Yeah,
yeah,
João Pereira scored a goal. Um, the last goal, no, it was the youngster that they bought this season. What's his name? Adenigra.
yeah,
Adenigra.
yeah. That's it. Yeah,
What was the defender doing there? What was he doing
it's that
there?
Mpanzu, the
Yeah,
guy who's
what
been
was
in
he doing?
every
What?
league. Yeah, he's messing around. I don't know what he thought. This is the Premier League. This is
What's the
big time
prem?
now. You can't be messing around at the back.
On a play, and then Ferguson. They're saying teams are looking at Ferguson. They're saying Spurs are looking at him potentially. If you're him,
Yeah,
are you? I feel just stay at Brighton, bruv. Just stay at Brighton, man. Because at this
yeah.
moment in
No,
time, Brighton is more
at this,
appealing.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with you completely. Yeah, they're in Europe this season. You probably get more time. Well, not necessarily. I think at Spurs you probably would get time,
Yeah.
but it's whether the project
Richarlison.
is worth.
Richarlison.
Richarlison could be that guy as well. To be
Yeah.
fair, but yeah, I don't know. For me, I wouldn't go if I was him.
Nah. Nah, I wouldn't go if I was him. I really like this Brighton squad. I still want them to get like 2 stars. Just
Yeah,
two. Not
yeah,
even superstars, just
yeah,
star guys, just to, possibly get them to the top four because De Zerbi is going to be what, maybe I don't know. I don't know who would potentially sack their manager this year, but he's the next one that teams are going to come calling for.
yeah. Definitely.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
And like he said yesterday, these big teams can come for our players, but they
Mm,
haven't got the spirit, they haven't got the development that Brighton have. Um, yeah, I just think Brighton is an amazing story for the Premier League, honestly. Built it from the ground up, slowly but
yeah,
gradually, haven't spent crazy money, developed well. Because you got to think, okay, Arsenal alone gave them 70 million for 2 players. You lot about to give them 110 million for a player. They got McAllister, went away. Like, bruv, and you lot gave them 60 for Cucurella as well. Like, these lot are just doing
exactly.
their job.
Yeah, they do
And
good
and and
business.
and they're just scouting guys from South America and places like that, and just phenomenal for them,
Mm,
man. I'm happy for them. In terms of Luton, other than the penalty, they just didn't look up for it
no.
whatsoever. Just didn't look up for it. Very naive, like they said in Match of the Day. Playing very offensively, where they have to realize that you're playing with the best of the best now. So you
Yeah,
may have 25%, 30% possession of the ball. You've got to drop guys back. That's just
yeah,
my personal opinion. I don't know what you
yeah.
think about it, buddy.
Yeah, no, I think they've built a team that's maybe willing to drop down to the championship and then fight again.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
They've bought like the likes of Giles from Middlesbrough, who's a good player. I don't reckon he's Premier League ready yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of that core team at Luton are those that have played in the championship
Championship
last
player.
season.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'll be a tall order for them to try and keep up in the Premier League. But yeah, they probably could go again next season in the championship.
Yeah, 100%. I think they probably will go down because remember they still got to fix their stadium. They're still spending money on that, and
Yeah,
like I mean,
yeah,
they added Ross Barkley to their team, cool. But other than that, like I like Adebayo again. That's my young guy from the ends. But how many goals do you think he's gonna get in the Prem? Like not even like his talent alone. The guy's feeding him the ball. Like they're gonna be
yeah.
under so much pressure.
Mm,
Like you know what I mean? It's just I don't know, but for small team's sake, I hope they stay in. But
yeah,
I have them going down.
yeah,
Um, Newcastle, Aston Villa. I was so looking forward to watching this game, and it was
yeah,
one of the better games. Sandro Tonali again. We've raved about this guy since we started the pod.
yeah,
50 million. And they said it on Match of the Day. If he costs 50 million, he's a bargain because you got guys going for 110, 120, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Just an engine box to box guy.
yeah,
And if
yeah,
he adds goals to his game, he can be a top 5 midfielder in the world, my personal opinion. Isak's first goal. Second goal, though. I want to talk about the second goal. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
He's begging for the ball. And this is how like you can appreciate guys that you can tell they don't mess about in training, because he did the curve run, and I've seen so many strikers talk about this, that don't just wait. You got to do the curve run to ensure you stay on side. He did the curve run, then got the ball. Defender's pulling his shirt to the point where the shirt rips, fights off the defender, and then a little dink. Absolutely naughty. Wearing number 14. Everyone was saying he could be the next 14 last season when he had that assist on the touchline. Do you remember? Yeah. What do you think of him and his ceiling for this season?
Yeah, he's just composed in front of goal. That's it. That second goal, like you just said, is just composure in itself. Yeah, he just even his work rate. I didn't expect it this season. He seems just up and ready. Like we obviously saw Tyrone Mings get that horrible injury, but that was kind of down to Isak with the little shoulder barge. But yeah, no, his work rate.
Mings is hedge.
Yeah, Mings is big. He's a big guy. So yeah, no, yeah, Isak could be on to 20+ goals this season for Newcastle, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll touch on it in a bit, but I'm very much looking forward to them, especially up there as well. In their stadium, where it gets the crowd rocking. Wilson scored. Harvey Barnes scored as well in his debut last extra time. Him and Gordon, like especially Gordon, I was a bit last season, but he set up the assist for Tonali and Harvey Barnes. Like, would you just going forward? What do you think of this Newcastle team? They built, like, again, they haven't gone for star players, but they've got a good, well-rounded squad. If they add a few stars, I think they could push for third, maybe even second. To be honest with you.
Yeah, no, they've done brilliant business again. Harvey Barnes for what was it, 38 million was a hell of a buy. Yeah, Tonali, like you just said, 50 mil, which is incredible in this current market at the moment. And then Livramento coming in from Southampton, who we haven't seen for maybe a year or two. But yeah, he's a solid player as well. So they've recruited well. Yeah, obviously need a few star players, but they're playing Champions League, so they've got a well-rounded squad. They've got options that can come off of the bench. Didn't even see Willock yesterday, did we?
No.
This is what I'm saying. They've got that depth at this moment in time, so they'll be challenging for top four. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
I want to shout out someone who, when he first got there was hype, then he got slack, and then he regenerated his career. Joe Linton, they signed him for 40 million as a striker, and it just wasn't going his way. And then I don't know whether it was Brucey or if it was Howe. I said, buddy, you should be in the midfield. Came to the midfield, and now he's looking like one of the better midfielders in the league. Amaron, again, a guy who came from the MLS, a lot of hype, playing for Atlanta FC, and he's done his thing as well. And then Tonali, that is just workhorses of midfield. Like, because Joe Linton's a big guy, Tonali's a big guy, and then Amaron's just got finesse along with the defense as well. Oh mate, yeah, I'm very much looking forward to watching them guys play football.
Team. It's a solid team.
Team.
What did you think about Villa yesterday?
Obviously Diaby, he was at PSG, Bayer Leverkusen, and followed those leagues a lot. So I always knew he was going to be a good player. I liked his goal. He should have had a second goal, to be honest, when he went near post instead of going far post. But I don't know about Villa, man. I don't know. Obviously the Mings, we'll have to see how long he's been injured for. Ollie Watkins, I like him, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to get European football this year. I think they'll get maybe like 10th or 11th, to be honest with you. What do you think of that?
Yeah, no, to be fair, they started off well. Obviously, their plan was to counter-attack and to do that well with the likes of Diaby and Watkins. I just didn't understand the high line every time.
Yeah.
We're getting caught every time with the high line. I was like, this is not working, Emre. What are you doing? And yeah, it was embarrassing at the end of it. 5-1 at Newcastle.
Opening day,
It's not a start that you want. But yeah, I think they'll bounce back. I think they'll be a top 10 team.
Yeah, well. All right, cool. Game that kicks off in an hour. Brentford, Tottenham. Where's Hugo Lloris? Is he not there no more, or have they sold him?
No, he's been named as captain.
Who? Hugo Lloris? He's not starting.
Yeah, he's club captain. I don't think he's starting. I don't know whether he's injured or something, but
Weren't they meant to
he's
sell
club
him? I said they
captain.
wanted to sell him,
Yeah, they were. They were meant to sell him.
but they're not selling him no more, no?
No, they're not selling him at the moment.
um,
Yeah, no, yeah. Spurs have a few youngsters today.
yeah.
It looks a decent team.
So the front. Let's talk about the front line because that's the one that like we all want to talk about.
Yeah,
Heung-min Son, Madison the 10, Kulusevski on the right, and Richarlison up top, the lone striker. Um, I I don't even
no,
eighth. I
yeah.
think eighth.
I think. Well, that's being generous. I think as
Yeah,
well.
that is me being generous. That is me being
Yeah,
generous. That is me being generous. Because that backline just looks. I don't even
yeah.
like it. I don't even.
No, but you also take away the Harry Kane's goals and assists from
30
that
he
team.
got 30 goals in this team. You know
Yeah,
what? We're gonna talk about it later, but
yeah,
that guy, now that he's left Tottenham, I can say he's actually one of the best I've ever seen. All right. The
yeah,
guy was
yeah,
phenomenal. Absolutely
yeah,
phenomenal. We'll touch on it in a bit, but yeah, this team, eighth is me being generous, man. Oliver Skip, just bit part player, I think, to be honest with
yeah.
you.
That's it. That's it.
Basuma, we haven't seen much of him since his move. And then
No.
that defense is just obviously they're lucky they haven't got Ivan Tony playing against them today, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Brentford's team don't look the best either. This game's
No.
a bit of I might not even watch this game, to be honest with you. I think it's gonna be a
Mm.
lackluster game. I might just have it in the background. But score prediction for this game, what do you think, buddy?
I would say a 2-1 win for Brentford because they're playing
Yeah.
at home.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
2-1.
And then the Super Sunday game that we're all looking forward to, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Chelsea at home. What? Yeah, so let's touch on your team, bro. What do you think? What do you think the starting lineup's going to be, and score prediction?
What I hope the team will look like today is obviously Sanchez in goal because
Sanchez and goal.
obviously Kepa with the whole rumours of him going to, well, not even rumours now. I think
Not
they've
happy about
agreed a
it.
fee
Not happy
to Real
about it.
Madrid.
Not happy about it.
Reece James as our captain, starting from the right.
How do you feel about that?
Very happy. I
Yeah.
said to you the other day, I was very happy with it. Obviously, Thiago Silva is probably our most experienced player in the team, but he'd probably be there for what, a year
Yeah.
or two now, and then
Yeah.
be done. So yeah, no, it made sense for Reece James to be the captain.
Bleeds blue.
And then yeah, Bleeds blue. I can't see him really going anywhere else
Nah.
at this moment in time. Levi Colwell, I can see him maybe starting today. Then
How has he
Chilwell
looked
on
in
the left.
preseason? I never watched you lot's preseason. How did he look in preseason? Was he good?
Just comfortable,
Yeah.
convincing. I think Pochettino wanted to see him first before he made the judgment, and he said, "Well, we're going to sign him to a new deal, and that's it."
Yeah.
And we've done that. We've got him on a long-term contract, which I was very pleased with. And then yeah, Chilwell's been unbelievable in
Has he
pre-season.
actually?
His work ethic, even he's got a bit of pace now. I was like,
But
how has he
it's
done
always
this
the injuries
after?
with him, innit? It's always the
Yeah, well,
injuries.
he's had the ACL and all of this, and I'm like, well, how has he got this pace back? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so he'll be playing Fernandez, I would say, Enzo Fernandez in the middle with maybe Santos, the Brazilian youngster. I don't know
Okay.
whether you've heard of him,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Andre
You bought him
Santos.
last year. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, last season, so he's been good in pre-season as well.
Okay.
I think he'll get his minutes this season, and then it's difficult now. So we've got obviously Nkuku out at the moment, which he would have slotted into this team quite
Oh.
comfortably, but isn't there at the moment. So Nicholas Jackson down the middle, I would say at the moment. I think Sterling starts. He
On the
may
flank
start on the.
or up top.
He might start on the right
Yeah.
this season. He'll start on the right, and then Mudryk might start as well.
Over
Mudryk might start.
matey boy from PSV. What's his name? You reckon Mudryk starts over him?
Yeah, Madueke hasn't been playing that much. I think he's currently got a little niggle.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so Mudryk starts.
How did Mudryk look preseason?
Oh, he got his goal, didn't he? So
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, he got his volley, which he was good. He just looks sharp. He obviously has a few loose touches, but he just needs to work on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just needs He needs matches to just continuously get that sharpness into his game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed his potential. So we'll have to see. But yeah, no, I'm impressed by how Chelsea were in pre-season. They were a very good team. Very good
And
team in
so score
pre-season.
for today, what do you think is going to be?
Oh, I was saying to my mate, I was saying a 1-1 draw, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I think we could nick it. I think we could nick a 2-1 win against Liverpool. I don't think they're the best defensively at
The
this moment.
midfield's looking a bit.
In midfield, and that's it. But McAllister may slot in quite nicely.
Yeah.
What is it? The RB Leipzig guy, so I can't pronounce his name,
Oh,
but that guy,
Szoboszlai.
yeah,
Yeah.
he could slot in. He could slot in quite nicely
But they're
into
not
that
really the
midfield.
best defensive guys, are they? I mean,
No,
McAllister's a box to
defensively,
box. McAllister's
yeah.
box to box. Szoboszlai is attacking, and then I don't know who the third option was again.
They've got Thiago still, haven't they?
Yeah, but he's
He's not defensive
he's
either.
not defensive either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and unless you think they're gonna dominate play, I don't see that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Not with Enzo in the midfield. That guy's a workhorse.
Mm.
So you reckon what 1-1? You reckon, yeah?
Yeah, 1-1, but I could see us nicking it as well.
And let's quickly touch on it because obviously we'll have to start a new vid.
Yeah.
Moise Caicedo, 110, overpriced, or you thinking like that's just football now? Because he's only 21.
Yeah, it's overpriced, definitely. The DM shouldn't be costing this much in this
No
current
way.
climate. I think that kind of stemmed from us
Declan Rice.
going for not even that. I would say the Enzo Fernandez signing when we went in and bought him for 110. That's
Yeah.
when the market changed for everyone. I believe everyone thinks, well, if he's that price, then obviously he's worth this much as well. So that's the current market with DMs at this moment in time. But he's not worth that. To me, he's probably worth 60 mil. But Brighton being Brighton, they're being tough and they stick to their guns, and I don't know whether I respect the ultimatum that they gave us on Wednesday or Thursday when they were like, this is done today. Like Liverpool, if you are the highest bidder, you'll get him. If Chelsea, you're the highest bidder, you'll get him. And with just the fiasco that's happened,
But
it's
at
just
the end of the
been
day, it comes to the players as well. He's got to want to move, you know. So, you know, fair play for him to say, no, I agreed
no,
to deal with Chelsea. I want to
that's
go
it.
Chelsea.
Yeah, I do fair play to him. I do respect that a lot, and yeah, I'm happy for someone to stand up to someone and say, look, I want to go there. So yeah, we'll see in the coming days. But yeah, Chelsea want him today. Today is the day. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
Him
see.
and Enzo in the midfield, that's scary, man.
It's
That
scary.
is nice.
It's very scary.
That's scary because like he'll be just sit there and then Enzo can play a bit going forward. Ooh. So what do you think your ending formation would be once you get all your guys? What like a 3-5-2 or like
3-5-2, I reckon. Yeah, 3-5-2. Yeah.
Tough, man.
You are now listening to Our League podcast, made in London, distributed all over the world.
Man United Wolves. That's Monday 8 o'clock game. What do you think of United and this season and what they've done in the market?
I mean, it was smart for them to go for Onana. They needed the commanding goalkeeper, and they've got that. And his distribution is much better than De Gea at this moment in time. Mason Mount one, I'm still questioning. Still 50-50 on that one. I'm like, will he really reach his potential at United? I'm not too sure. The striker also, he's obviously came from Italy, holding an injury at this moment in time, and it's a lot of money and a lot of pressure. So, I feel like they should have got maybe another proven striker out there that could have maybe eased the pressure off of him. But
you think they could have went for Kane?
Yeah, I definitely think they should have gone for him. Yeah, defo. But I know Spurs and Daniel Levy would have been. I think the fee would have been even more than what the fee was now.
Do you reckon?
Bayern. Yeah, definitely, because to give away a one of your assets to a team in the Premier League, I'm sure Daniel Levy as a businessman wouldn't have done that. So
I can't stand that guy, man. I don't like him. He's slimy. He's just slimy, bruv.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I think he gets the best situation.
He does.
Best, best deal for the club, so you can't really fault him for that. But yeah,
He
no, this
does.
still should have it should have been done ages ago with Harry
Ages.
Kane. But United look at a solid team. I think they'll be contenders, I guess. But they're a top 4 team at this moment in time.
What do you think the score is?
I'll say a 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 because
Yeah.
Wolves obviously have got Gary O'Neill who just come over the last couple of days, so
Yeah.
they're still probably
Why did Bournemouth
implementing
sack
some of
him?
that.
Why did Bournemouth sack him?
I couldn't believe that. That was one of the weirdest things I've seen in football. But yeah, I'm happy that he's gone to Wolves. But yeah, it'll take him some time to implement some of these styles of play to the team.
Yeah. Yeah, again, the striker, a lot of money for him. He's had like 3 moves in the past 3 years. So I don't know. Again, I'm not looking at the analytics. His trajectory is probably upwards. He looks like he's got a bit of muscle to him, but he's still young, so put on a bit more. I don't know. Again, I haven't even watched much of him play. I couldn't tell you if he's in the box striker, if he takes on his man, is he direct? I don't know, so I can't really comment on it. But my United friends, they're amped up about it. Again, the Mount thing, I think part of it is English quota. You need a guy. And 2, he is a good player. I feel like people do get him some slack. I don't know why, but he is a good player. Onana again, getting lobbed from halfway didn't help, did it? But he is a good goalie. What do you think of them 30 million Maguire? That's just Eric Ten Hag just saying, just get this guy out of my club. I don't want him. I feel sorry for him. I do feel sorry for Maguire,
Yeah, I actually do as well. But I think West Ham have probably got a really good deal there with Maguire. I think he'll come in, fit in amazingly, and they'll probably go on for Europe. West Ham with a signing like Maguire. So yeah, no, I think he's been harshly treated at United with obviously the captain's armband being taken off him straight away when Ten Hag came in, and then this sort of deal now. Is it?
And then Onana screaming at him as well. That didn't help.
Yeah,
either.
also that is it a pre-season game? Is it really that deep? You chill out. I think you're trying to make an example of him, and he's an easy target. Isn't
Someone
he,
needs to check his mental health, honestly. And I'm not saying that in a jokey way. I'm really not, as much as it's funny. I'm not saying that in a jokey way because this guy. Remember that he had that situation on holiday when they said we're gonna break your legs. He got dropped last year. You got commentators saying Upamecano, Maguire. You got bloody everyone just slacking you off. Like it's just this guy's had a torrid time.
He's an easy target. It's
meant to be the best time of his life.
Yeah,
he's captain of the biggest team in England, and he's just had a torrid time. So yeah, someone needs to check on him. And getting out of Manchester, price tag that's a bit more reasonable, even though it shouldn't matter. Even though the price tag shouldn't matter, it does. New start to a team which not much pressure. Yeah, they won a European trophy, but no one's expecting big things of them. He can just go about his business playing football. And more power to him, man. Honestly, they sold Fred to Fenerbahce as well. Letting a caliber of goalkeeper like De Gea go for free. What's your thoughts on that? I think that's a bit silly, but big wages. I don't know. Like, was his contract? Did his contract end? Did they terminate it? What happened there? I don't even know.
It's just a free. I think his contract was coming to the end, and then they just let it run out. So
he's a free agent now.
Yeah, he's a free agent, but no one seems to be wanting him.
A few years ago, he was the best.
Yeah, I think he's a top shot stopper. But in this current time, a lot of teams want the distribution and a lot more from their goalkeepers. So I think that's why people aren't rushing in the market for him at the moment, which is crazy to me. Like I would take him at Chelsea
any day of the week. Any day of the week, I'd have him at Arsenal. Any day of the week. He can't play out the back. Okay, so what? Like that football adapted rules because of this whole playing at the back thing. You can have 2 centre backs in the 6-yard box. So I don't see what's the big deal if your goalie can't play out the back. A goalkeeper's job is to save goals. Save shots, period. So the fact that he can't, I don't know. It's insane, but they know what they're doing, innit? Finally, let's talk about the big man, Harry Kane. Like I said, now that he's left Spurs, I can actually say with my whole heart, this guy's phenomenal. This guy's world class. This guy's one of the best. All right? Because part of me could never truly admit it. You know, like same way if you ask a Spurs fan about Thierry Henry, they're not gonna give you their honest opinion, are they? Like, but this guy, like, again, 30 goals last year in that team that stinked. You know, his best teammate all the time was bloody Yiming Sang, who again another class player. He just looks good in the Bayern kit. I've watched all the videos about he just looks like he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? And then just look at I was looking at the team because I watched the game yesterday. I was looking at the team sheet. He's got De Ligt, he's got Upamecano, he's got Kimmich, he's got Goretzka, he's got Muller, and then you got on the side he's got Sane and Gnabry feeding him, and Musala as well. Like, this guy's gonna score 30 plus again. I think they get to a Champions League final. I don't think they win it though. I don't think they win it, but I think they get to the final though, because that team is a Champions League team, in my opinion. I don't know what you think about it, buddy.
Yeah, no, I think obviously off their display yesterday, it wasn't the best. I think Kane coming in, they'll obviously get a few goals. Till, who started yesterday, didn't have that composure in front of goal.
He's only young though, isn't it?
Yeah, he is very young, but still he should be taking some of those chances.
Yeah.
But off of their display yesterday, it doesn't look amazing for him to come into a team that just doesn't seem clinical in front of goal. So I think Bayern a good outfit. I think they just defensively need to actually be more solid, because this is what Tuchel had at Chelsea. We weren't solid enough at times.
Yeah.
And we got ruined and punished for it. So I think, who is it? The Kim Min Jae from Napoli they signed, who looks
He
amazing.
did a great save towards the end. That was amazing from him. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, he's very composed on the ball. He's got a bit of pace on him as well.
He's big as well, man.
He's very big. He's a unit. He's a big guy. I think that may solid up the defense. But they need to try and solidify that going into the season. But for me, the Bundesliga is a given. They should really be winning that, and hopefully Kane gets that trophy for him. For himself. But
Leipzig look good on paper though. Leipzig look good.
Leipzig every season, they've just gone up and up and up. Dani Olmo just looked amazing yesterday. But Bayern Munich should hopefully win the league for Kane's sake. But I don't know in the Champions League. Do
you think they need another striker? I think they need another striker, in my opinion.
Another striker, and maybe another centre back, because I'm not too held up on the Upamecano and the Lit. They're a bit just overrated for me.
Upamecano, I've not been impressed with him since he made the move over there. Like, when he was at Leipzig again, him and Konate.
Were
solid, absolutely solid. But now, since he's made the move, I just don't know. And the Lit as well, like, never really worked out for him at Juve.
No.
So they were willing to sell him. Like, because you got always question, like, if a player's gone to a team for a big money move and they're willing to sell him within 2 years' time, I mean, finances play a part of it, yes, but also something's not right there. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. But for Kane's sake, I hope I do think they get Champions League final. I don't think they win it though. And I don't know who they're playing against. I want to talk about PSG, because we've spoken about them. I've spoken about them at depth, and they're just absolute shambles. Yeah. So, how you can afford not to play Mbappe just because he's going to leave on a free just makes no sense. Because you can actually win the Champions League. You can actually now they don't have enough depth, in my opinion. I mean, they've added good players, but they still need another striker, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're not playing him. They said he's just flat out not playing. Verratti's working on a deal to go Saudi. He's not playing. Neymar, they want to both part ways. He's not playing. Those three combined probably make 2 million a week, and you're not playing them. Like, I just, what's your thoughts on PSG? Because I just think it's an absolute shambles, and why it takes a long time to build culture, and you can't just rely on superstars.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, but their philosophy and what they're doing at this moment in time. I think they've done a U-turn on Mbappe now. Apparently, he is going to stay, and he's.
Is he going to play now? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's what.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
President. Yeah, no, it is stupid. The whole. I just didn't understand it in the first place when it came to light. Like, I was like, what? But the Neymar thing, I think it's done now. I think he needs to go to where is it, Saudi Arabia, to just to get rid of him. I think he's never really reached the heights at PSG that we wanted
Yeah, yeah.
to see from him. And the same with Verratti. Verratti, I think he's gone as well. So they just need to. I think they just need to create a mentality at PSG where there's a team chemistry or something. It just seems they're just a
It's a
load
lot
of
of egos,
individual
a lot of guys who want to
That's
be the
it.
man.
That's it.
They use this term in basketball. It's his team. It's his team. Everyone thinks it's their team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Messi could have thought it was his team, Mbappe could have thought it was his team,
yeah.
Neymar could have thought it was his team, Verratti, Kempembe. You know what I mean? Like so many guys are the guy, and
Yeah.
like who's gonna take the back burner and say, you know what, you're gonna be the guy to lead us? Because clearly
Yeah.
Mbappe was the best player, but I mean, Neymar's got claim for it. Messi's got claim for it. Verratti's got like all these guys are borders in their own right. So,
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was, but one journalist said that PSG have now realized the error of their ways and they're now targeting young, hungry players and also young French players to build a
Yeah.
core up through and through, which they should have done in the first place
Yeah, definitely.
because they've tried this model for the better part of 15 years now. Because you got to remember, Zlatan was there, Thiago Silva was there, and those guys had success, but not in the Champions League is what they want. Cavani was there. Who was matey boy that played for Napoli? Lazzaretti, remember his name?
Lavezzi, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Lavezzi.
there. Like, you know what I mean? Like Lucas Moura.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
tried this model for 15 years plus, and it just hasn't worked out. Better late than never for them, I think.
That's it completely. Like we've talked about Newcastle and
Yeah.
how they've been very strategic in their purchasing. They've obviously purchased some English players that know how big Newcastle are in the
Yeah.
Premier League and how much they mean to the Premier League. And they've just that's what PSG should have done from the get go,
From
but they
early.
haven't. They want to bid big names
And all the
on
players
big
they could
money.
have been that for them, they sold them. Diaby,
Yeah,
Nkuku,
yeah,
I think Upamecano and Kanate both came from there.
yeah,
Like there's way more guys that have come through that academy.
yeah,
Kingsley Coleman that we just talked about Bayern. Like, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like bare
yeah.
guys, loads of
Yeah,
guys.
Diaby was there as well.
Yeah, Diaby,
Yeah,
Guendouzi, loads of man was
Guendouzi,
there.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they've just let them that's the starting 11 we've just named.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I don't know. But touch on the Neymar thing. I was listening to someone talking about like, Neymar, like he had all the because people think I hate Neymar. I love Neymar. I love Neymar is why I'm disappointed in Neymar because this guy was the guy like I thought Neymar would have what 3 Balon d'Ors, 3 Champions Leagues
yeah,
by now. Honestly,
yeah,
a World Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? But made that move to PSG. I think Neymar's comp in sports is Paul George since the PSG move in terms of he had
yeah,
another superstar alongside him, but injuries have derailed and never reached the heights. What would you say to
yeah,
that comp?
yeah. No, I definitely agree. Yeah, yeah. Barcelona at the end of his Barcelona career, you're like, oh, he's onto something here. Like he's gonna, like you said,
Only a
three
matter of
Ballon
time.
d'Ors. A matter of time he takes that baton on, and he is that guy. And it just hasn't happened. We've seen Mbappe actually step up and take that baton on and be the best player in the world at this
Yeah.
current moment. So, yeah, no, it's hard to see Neymar's career pan out like this. But I mean, you've got to look at him as well and think it's partly you're to blame
Yeah,
for this as
100%.
well.
100%. I give
So
him most of the blame because
yeah,
as far as reports go, it was him saying, "Yo, PSG, come get me. I want to be the main guy at a team."
yeah,
Whereas you should have just stayed behind Messi. Stay behind Messi.
yeah,
Stay with Suarez. Won another couple more leagues. You would have won the Champions League. You would have won a Ballon d'Or, in my opinion, if he
yeah,
had stayed. And
yeah.
now he's not gonna win a Ballon d'Or.
Mm,
Dembele going to PSG, 50 million bargain as long as he stays healthy. Because
exactly that.
he's not even. I don't even think he's 28 yet. He's still mad young.
Yeah,
From France, obviously. I don't know if he's from Paris, but I know he's from France. Um, so let's just say they keep him. They keep Neymar for this year. They let him play. They let Neymar play. Mbappe. They got Asensio. They've got like hella guys saying if everything goes according to plan, PSG, do you reckon they can win Champions League?
I think the Champions League talk is out of it now. I think they just need to build a team from the ground running again
Yeah.
and try and build from there. Yeah, like I said, the mentality thing is all wrong there. I think they just need a young core of French players, like you've said, and then build from that. Um, don't know when that will be, but they've been fighting for this Champions League since the buy money has come in. So I'm not too sure when it's gonna happen. But yeah, we'll have to see.
What's it called? AC Milan, because they've had a crazy transfer window.
Yeah,
Samuel Chukwueze from sorry if I butchered your name, mate. Villarreal 20 million. Christian Pulisic, Chelsea 20 million. Jonas Musa from Valencia 20 million. A Dutch guy, I don't even Ringners, bro, sorry,
yeah,
bro. 19 million. Loftus Cheek 16 million. Noah Okafor from Salzburg 14 million. Luca Romero from Lazio free transfer. How they got him on a free, I don't know.
mm.
Like he's a good player. Yeah, man, they look like an exciting team this season, isn't it?
Yeah. Very exciting. I think having players like Pulisic and Loftus Cheek come in was very good business for the price as well. 20 million and 16 for Loftus Cheek is
Yeah,
crazy. Loftus Cheek probably trying to replace Tonali, um,
big
which I
physical
believe
guy, isn't it? Yeah.
he's a physical guy, can probably dominate in Italy. So yeah, no, I even think he got a hat trick yesterday
Oh
or
yeah,
2 days ago. Yeah, so I think he's trying to add goals to his game as well.
yeah,
So yeah, Musa from Valencia was a big signing. We saw him in the World Cup for America. I was very impressed by him. I think he can dominate
former
for
Arsenal.
former Arsenal guy as well. Yeah, and he's only what 20 years old. So
Yeah, something silly like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
he could dominate in Italy. Okafor, I think we've seen in Champions League games pop up with goals here and there.
yeah,
Um, I think he'll be challenging on the wing with Rafael Leao. But yeah, he can even play as a striker. So yeah, very exciting. And Chuck Queasy, play for Villarreal, can play on the right, can be really quite dominant and pacey. So yeah, no, AC Milan will be fighting for the league this season. And they got some money back from Tonali with that 50 million.
yeah.
So they've done some good business out there this season. So yeah, no, I'm excited to see AC Milan play.
It's actually going to be a good Serie A season. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
Juventus obviously are not dominating like they used to. Napoli's still there, still going.
yeah.
AC, you know what I mean? And then obviously you can never count out Roma. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Any other teams you've been impressed with this transfer season?
I think it said like Newcastle's business very
Yeah,
smart business with Harvey Barnes, Livramento, and Tonali. Brighton under the radar a bit. I
yeah,
think
low key.
having experienced players like Milner, Dahoud from Borussia Dortmund, who played amazing yesterday.
Yeah,
And then João Pedro from Watford, which
30
was
million. Yeah,
30 mil, which is still in this current climate, and he's still very young,
yeah.
22. So yeah, no, that was good signings. I even think Chelsea personally. I think
No, you had
obviously
a good look at.
I'm not happy with the price that we're paying for Casado, but all in all, very good business to bring in a player like himself, and like you said already, he's only 21 years old, so we may reap back the rewards of getting him at this current time. So yeah, no, those three teams and Arsenal, I'll say. Arsenal did their business early,
early.
still undecided on the Havertz, but Havertz looked good yesterday. But yeah, Declan Rice, like we've said time and time before, he could be an Arsenal captain in the future, and he looked amazing yesterday also.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Timber, man. I just hope it's not nothing serious, to be honest with you, man, because that
Yeah.
guy, he looked like our best player in the games he played in preseason and stuff like that. All right, top four predictions, Premier League. Who you got?
So I'll start with number one. I'll start with City,
Yeah,
obviously, coming first. I don't think there's any sort of argument there. Second, gotta say Arsenal again. Don't know what the gap may be this season.
yeah,
Um, it'd be hard for Arsenal to go the same as they did last season. I think it'd be quite tough with having Europe in the equation, Champions League football back again. So I think it might be tough for Arsenal to challenge as well as they did last season.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's Newcastle. I've got Newcastle coming third.
Yeah.
I just think, they're a well-rounded team. Got the players that can come off the bench and have their impact on the game. Callum Wilson did that yesterday. And then it's a toss-up for fourth. I think it's either Liverpool or Man United.
Yeah.
Because I think Liverpool attacking-wise, unbelievable. Gakpo, Salah, McAllister coming into that equation.
back from injury.
Luis, Jota as well. You forget Jota's still at Liverpool. So I think they've got options.
Did you say Nunez?
Nunez. It could be a big season for him. To be fair, could be a very big season for him. So, that's the top four for me currently. Either Man United or Liverpool.
I have the same. I have the same
Yeah.
top four. Yeah, City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, United. That's what I think. I just think Chelsea. I just think you lot are a year away. I think Nkuku's injury doesn't help. If he was he was healthy, I would have him. I'd have you lot in there. But again, young squad, very young squad, new manager. It's gonna take time to gel and adapt to the Prem and stuff like that. So, but I think next year you lot. I think you lot would be a top 3 team, to be honest with you, because again, everyone's a year older, established, and stuff like that, and the manager's built his way in. Hopefully, the manager stays. Do you know what I mean?
I think it'll work in our favour this season. I think us going under the radar. A lot of people have us maybe 7th or 8th this season.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say like 6th or 5th.
Yeah, I just think we'll go under the radar. I think with the fact that we don't actually have any European football and we can solely focus on the league, and some of our players aren't proven yet, so they may shock some people out there, like Nicholas Jackson. I don't think a lot of people know of him.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. I'm excited for today anyway.
I'm really excited as well. Who will Golden Boot? Haaland, isn't it?
No question there.
Haaland's gonna win Golden Boot. I think he wins Balon d'Or this year. I think he wins Balon d'Or this year.
Yeah, what do you think he needs to do to win Balon d'Or? Is it just the stats?
I think he secured it already. I think he was the main man in the team that won the treble.
Yeah,
that's it. I think. And then I think next year, so 24-25 season, I think Harry Kane wins Balon d'Or.
You think he comes back?
Yeah, I think Harry Kane's gonna win Balon d'Or next year.
Where does he come though? Where do you have him coming? Do you have him coming back to Spurs, or do you have him coming to a big top 4 team?
Who? Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Nah, I think he's actually gonna stay the whole. I think he'll stay like 4 years in Bayern.
Oh really?
I think he'll stay 4 years in Bayern. Yeah.
Oh okay.
And then on the last year, maybe go back like when he's 34, he'll come back to Spurs, sign a 2-year deal, and then get the ball rolling, 50 goals, and then maybe signs an extension, for 1 year just to get the record.
Yeah.
Because his game's not predicated on pace, is it? Do you know what I mean?
No, it isn't.
He can go for a while. He can go for a while. Strong guy. He looks healthy as well. Would you reckon he'll come back in a year or 2? Do you think?
I think a year or 2 for me. I think he may come back to say a Spurs or maybe the United move.
Do you reckon that? Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, potentially, because everyone's saying just get a trophy here and there, and I think he'll get that obviously at Bayern. I think he'll get obviously a League Cup or their equivalent, the FA Cup over in Germany, and the league, and then that's it for him, I reckon.
Yeah, because it's actually criminal. This guy has no trophies whatsoever. That's actually insane, both domestically and international. It's actually wild. But lastly, I want to touch on this Lukaku. What's going on there, man? What is actually happening with him?
I think he's become very messy now. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's happened in his personal life. But something just seems off. It seems totally off. The fact that he had Inter ready to snap him up, and of the day of the deal, he didn't answer his phone. He didn't want to respond. And then the whole Juventus stuff. It's bizarre to me. I don't.
Man stomping the pitch.
Yeah, but I don't understand that either. Like, what has Lukaku done? He's a proven striker in
Goal
Italy.
scorer. Yeah.
Yeah, like you should be happy to have him. Like, I don't understand it. Yeah, I'm just confused at this moment in time with the whole Lukaku thing. I've kind of lost interest in it really at this moment in time. Don't necessarily want to see him at Chelsea because it's not worth it. I don't think he really wants to be there. So
Yeah.
why have someone that doesn't want to be there? So yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what you make of it all.
You know, if anyone's listened, they know I've been like his biggest supporter during this time of the pod. But this last year started to turn it for me. Especially when he went back and he did the interview. That's when I was like, oh, come on, man. That's not right. And then, like you're saying, you got guys like Martinez and the manager coming out saying, bro, we wanted this guy to come, but he's not answering our phone. Then he's doing back deals with Juve, which, you know, I get it. Him and Pogba are best mates. So Pogba probably said to him, bro, come here. You want to come here? You can be like the main guy and stuff like that. Yeah, like I like with him, he needs to accept some accountability of where he's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe he has internally and he just hasn't publicly spoken about it. Maybe he's been advised badly on what to do, what to do. I'm not too sure, but yeah, man, like he's kind of seeming like a rotten apple at this moment in time, and it's a shame because this guy he had the trajectory of being one of the best, and he is one of the best in terms of goal record. And he's remember the 100 club in the Premier League.
Yeah,
you know, so it's a shame to see it boil down like this. Like football is a harsh sport, man. 1 minute you're the man, next minute we're on to the next, isn't it? It's just a shame, really. But anything else, bruv? I think that's it, man.
Yeah, I think that's it at this moment.
Okay, episode 66, hourly podcast. I'm on After the Duo Eds, my co-host, my brother, and Ethan. Follow, like, subscribe on all platforms. And that's been out. We're out. Peace, man.